guys. It's the end of the month, so it's time to give away a couple of random things to a couple of random people, including a couple of things here we haven't showed you before. Just before we do that though, just a quick update on the YouTube nonsense. Those of you who have been following the story about the monetization, YouTube turned off our monetization on our channel because they said we'd been duplicating videos. In other words, we'd been stealing other people's videos and copying them, which obviously we haven't been doing, but anyway, that's what they did. And then they told us that we could reapply for monetization, so it means we can put ads on the channel and make a couple of dollars a month. They said that we could do that, reapply to do that after 30 days. So 30 days is up, so we reapplied. They sent a response and said it might take another month before they decide whether or not they're going to let us do it or not. So in the meantime, as we promised, if we can meet the goal on Patreon, which we've almost done, as long as that goal on Patreon's being met, once they turn the monetization back on, which is them acknowledging that we haven't done anything wrong, once they've done that, we'll turn it off again. Every time we post a video, we'll turn the monetization on that video off, which means they'll have allowed us again to put ads on the channel, which means that by doing that, they're admitting that we aren't copying videos and that all our videos are original. So that's our main goal with that, is just to have them acknowledge that there's nothing wrong with our channel, that it's all legitimate, we're not copying videos, all our videos are original, and then we'll turn the ads off again, which means the result will be for you guys is that you won't be seeing ads on any new video that we release, won't have ads on it. Providing the goal on Patreon's being met. It's not quite being met yet. It's almost there. A few new people have got on board, and a few people who are already on board have stepped up and have increased their pledges, their monthly pledges to support the channel. So it's almost there. So if you're not on Patreon yet, if you're not supporting us on Patreon yet, and you want to see us keep making videos on YouTube, then that's the place to go. On YouTube too, there's a lot of the people on Patreon who are supporting us have said they want us to stay on YouTube, because there was talk from other people about we should go somewhere else, and you know, YouTube treat lots of people so badly that we should be looking for other alternatives. And we are on Daily Motion. We do have a channel on Daily Motion, but we usually don't post videos on there. And most of the people who are supporting us because they want us to continue doing what we're doing. They want us to continue making the type of videos that we make and continue putting them on YouTube. And a lot of them have said that. So we respect that. That's totally understandable. So we're going to continue to do that. So if you haven't seen the Patreon page yet, there's always a link under every one of our videos. Just repeating it, just clarifying it again. Every time we post a video, if the goal on Patreon is being met at the time, we'll turn off the ads on the new videos. So it's not quite there yet. So hopefully by the time YouTube give us our monetization back, we'll have reached the goal and we can turn it off again, which would be very satisfying. Okay, so that's that. Now time to give away lots of stuff here. We've got all sorts of interesting stuff you might not have seen before. We'll start with this one. Somebody who'd already been supporting us for a long time really stepped up recently with the support of the channel, and then they happened to mention one day on YouTube, not on Patreon, but on YouTube one day, this guy mentioned that he'd seen these cups, and it was when we were showing you some stuff that we'd found recently, some crockery and plates and things, and different people like different things. Some people like the plates and some people like the teapot. Lots of people like somebody liked the teapot a lot, and as we suspected, it was worth a lot of money, so it ended up going for quite a bit of money on eBay. But someone mentioned that they really like these teacups that they spotted in amongst all the other stuff, and the name was familiar, so we checked on Patreon, and yeah, it's one of the people that's been supporting us very enthusiastically on Patreon, very generously on Patreon for quite a long time. And so we're going to send that person, Titov in Russia, St. Petersburg, Russia, you know who you are. We're going to send you 4 of these cups. because we really appreciate the support that you've given us, and amazing. If we had just 5 people like you, we'd be right. The channel would be secure. So thank you very much. We really appreciate that. 4 of those cups are on their way. Okay, next person. How's this, guys? We found some abacuses. So this is a 4-in-1 abacus, which we believe just by what it is, it's a 4-in-1, and just because of where it was in the house and the fact that it probably hasn't been looked at for maybe 40 years or 50 years or something, we're guessing it's probably 40 or 50 years old, probably. It's a 4-in-1. So, and we actually found 2 5-in-1s, which are more likely to be pre-World War II. So the pre-World War II ones are going on eBay, with some other stuff actually. We got the eBay page. We hadn't touched eBay for a long time, but people seem to be really keen for some of the stuff. So we've actually moved a bit of stuff on eBay the last month or so, some of the stuff from the house, and we're happy to see it go to people that appreciate it and that want it. So those 2, the 5-in-1s, which are probably pre-World War II, probably from the 30s or something, probably, don't know a lot about these things, but 5-in-1s, and they look really old, so they probably are. They're going to go on eBay. They'll be on eBay now when you're watching this video. There's be a link under this video to the eBay page, if I remember. And this is the 5-in-1, which is probably 40 or 50 years old. We're going to give this to this person. So this 4-in-1 abacus. These things, wooden toys. I'm not sure if we've showed you these before. It's like a propeller with a stick, and you put the stick on the propeller on the stick and spin it like this, and it just boom. And probably made of softwood or bamboo, something soft like that. They're really popular with the kids. Sort of a bit of old style toy before Nintendo. And then, actually, just to hold the abacus up really close, it's going to be the thumbnail. There we go. There's the thumbnail. Recognise that? Yeah, there it is. Okay. And then, same person. These stickers, little samurai and little. Can you see it? Little samurai and little dudes. Again, we never know when we're sending these things to people what people are into. Maybe this person isn't into abacus, but I mean, it's one of those things you can put on a shelf, isn't it? A really old Japanese abacus. Stickers, you can do whatever you want. Give them to your kids or friends as kids or something. English friend in Japan sticker. Fake 10,000 yen. Fake. Oh, the best thing, of course, 2 of the paper balloons. Just one moment. Like this. Traditional balloons made of, they used to be made of rice paper and rice glue. Don't know if they still are. 2 of those. Eel snack. Oh, these fans. Now we're about to go into winter here, so we won't be using fans for a while, but beautiful design on them, so you can open it up, put it on a wall, or do whatever you want, use it, whatever you want to do. Plastic, fake food, sort of a key ring, dangle off your bag type thing. Rice with eel on top it is. Looks so real, look at that. There's that. And then our friends at Freedom Japanese Market will send you something similar to this. And again, these guys have been so supportive. They've been sending you guys stuff every month. We just give them the name and address of someone every month, and they send them a box of stuff. So they've been really generous with us. So if you're wanting to buy snacks from Japan, you can either buy just a one-off box, or you can subscribe and they'll send you a box of different stuff every month, or there's lots of different things they've got. Again, if I've remembered, there'll be a link underneath this video. Usually I remember those guys. There's actually a list here, checklist. What was that? There it is. Oh! All the people on Patreon, please make sure your addresses are correct, because it's really depressing. Twice in the last month we've sent things, we package them all up, we're really careful with the packaging to make sure that nothing gets broken, and twice we've sent stuff off to the other side of the world. You know, once was America, once was somewhere else, and we send stuff off to the other side of the world, and yeah, that's done, excellent, and then 2 weeks later it appears back, the postman delivers it back to us. Really depressing, and it's because they can't find the person. So please make sure that your addresses on Patreon are correct, and please watch these videos so you know if you've won something or if we're going to send you something, so that you know to look out for it or tell your postman it's coming or something. Hands, we've got 2 Hanses. We wondered why we'd sent stuff to Hans 2 months in a row, and then we checked this, we got 2 people called Hans, and the last package had Hans written all over it, like a neighbour had written Hans all the way around it, and then the postman brought it back to us. So that must have been so close to making it to Hans's hands. It must have been so close to getting to you, and then it came back to us. So it's an expensive exercise to send something around the world and have it come back again. It's a bit disappointing. So yeah, please check your addresses, make sure they're right. Okay, next one. A copy of our book, How to Do Stuff in Japan. Those who haven't seen this yet, if you're coming to Japan or you're interested in Japan or know somebody who's coming to Japan, please check out our book. We spent a lot of time putting this stuff on there. We're told that it's been very useful to some people, so useful information if you're coming, or just a little bit more information if you're interested in Japan. We're going to send a copy, signed copy of that to Lawrence in Australia, Hope Island. I think I know where that is. Lawrence, near Brisbane, isn't it? Good on you, mate. Thank you, mate. Signed copy of that book's on its way to you, Lawrence. Thank you very much. Okay, next one. I'm not quite sure what's happening. The clock's stopped. We could be running out of time here. Next one. The stuff with the Abacus and everything. That's going to Vinicius in Brazil. Sorry, I forgot your name wrong, man. I'm really sorry about that. Vinicius in Brazil is getting the Abacus and all that other stuff and the Freedom Japanese Market thing. Next one. One of these. You know this, up. Those of you who haven't seen it before, you catch it in the big bit, catch it in the smaller bit, catch it in the fine bit. There you go, a little bit of fun. A fan, another design. Have a look at this one. This is a good one. Look at the design on that. Again, something look pretty cool on the wall. Do whatever you want with that. Chopsticks, same as the type that we use because we really like them. Really comfortable to hold. And pretty cool looking as well. Pair of them. Some little ninja stickers. Who wouldn't have somewhere to stick some little ninja stickers? Fake 10,000 yen. In Australian Japan sticker. Haichu. Apple Haichu. It's just yummy. Those of you who haven't tried Haichu before, really chewy and juicy and just fabulously fabulous. Another one of those propeller things. And the balloon thing, which I've lost mine. It's down there somewhere. Wait a minute. 2 more of these paper balloons. Little like this one. Just cool. They're just so light, and they've got the hole at the end, which is sort of fascinating. Excellent. And that lot is going to Robert in New York, USA is going to get that lot. So again, no idea how much time we've just used up. Thank you very much. Those of you who are supporting us on Patreon, thank you very much. We really, really appreciate your support, supporting the channel and allowing us to continue doing what we're doing. It just makes it so much easier to justify the time that we spend and spend the time on YouTube, and rather than spend an extra few hours a day at work is much better. So thank you very much. It's allowing us to continue doing what we're doing. People often say, we really appreciate what you're doing, and it's a really good channel and everything. Thank the people on Patreon, because it's those 180 people on Patreon that really allow the other 100,000 people to watch the videos, because it's those 180 that support the channel that allow us to continue doing it. Because those of you who've got young families would know spending a couple hours a day on YouTube isn't something that most people with young families can do, because we've got bills to pay and responsibilities and that sort of thing. So you guys on Patreon have basically made it like a part-time job, which is really makes it easier to justify with the in-laws and everybody else. So thank you so much. We really appreciate that, because all of us enjoy the videos. We all enjoy looking for the topics and, hey, look at that, that'd be a video. Get the camera, there's the camera. We all enjoy it. We all enjoy sharing it with you guys, and then getting your responses. You know, we like making the videos and then seeing out what you guys have to say. You know, we think that's interesting, and then sometimes you guys don't, and sometimes you do, and it's sort of interesting to see how people respond, because we never know. We never know what's going to be popular and what you're going to like. We just show you what we see. Anything we see that we think is a little bit interesting, we take a video and we show you, and you decide. You soon tell us whether you think it's interesting or not, or whether you like it or not. Turns out phone zombie videos are not popular. Every time we made 2 or 3 videos about phone zombies in Japan, not popular. There's a certain percentage of the population get really offended by those videos, and sorry guys, we're just showing you what we see. Sorry. Anyway, there it was. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate that. More videos coming soon.